What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dabob, and I am 48 hours away from leaving for Japan, a little less than 48 hours. And I wanted to take this time to let you know kind of how I got here, why I'm going to Japan, and also some of the things, the tips and tricks and recommendations I've gotten for Japan before actually going. So let's rewind 2 weeks. I was at a Crate and Barrel in Pasadena, California, which is where I live with my beautiful daughter. She's 6 years old. And we were having a little outing on Sunday. We went for ice cream, and then I was like, let's go to Crate and Barrel. And my daughter was like, great, I love it, I'm in. Then we got in, and she goes, I want to sit on every chair and every bench in the store. And she literally went to every sofa, and she sat on it. And she was like, oh yeah, Dada, this one's good. And she went, that one, and that one's good. And then I came across this breakfast nook. And I've been talking about getting a breakfast nook for a very long time. I have a beautiful kitchen that has no table in it. And I was like, I need a breakfast table for my daughter and I. And I almost pulled the trigger on this $2,000 piece of furniture. Beautiful piece of furniture, beautiful. And I said, you know what? Let's pause. I'm not 100% sure about it. And I went home. We got ice cream at Salt and Straw. Then we went home. And I was laying in bed that night. And I was just like, let me just look at flights to Japan, to Tokyo. Let me just look from LAX to Haneda Airport. And it was like $1,600 plus I got the comfort, it was like $200 more. I was like, that's about the same as a breakfast nook. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I was on crateandbarrel.com looking at crateandbarrel.com being like, I need this table. I need these chairs. I'm going to spend about $2,000 on this whole thing. And instead I said, I'm going to go for an experience. And I bought my flight on Delta. And now I am going. Okay, so that was two and a half weeks ago. It was a Sunday night, I remember. So now I'm like, it's June 7th. I am going. Like, I'm going to Japan for 10 days by myself. It's a solo trip. I haven't done much solo traveling ever, honestly. I was married for 5 years to my late wife, Noelle. We did a lot of traveling. Actually, for our honeymoon, we went on a 3.5-month honeymoon. We quit our jobs. We bought a Eurail pass. We did it all through Europe. We went to Tel Aviv. We went to Jerusalem. We went to Amsterdam. We went all over Germany. We went to Italy. We went to Zurich. Oh my God, it was amazing. Then we went to Costa Rica. And then from Costa Rica, we went to Hawaii. I mean, it was like an epic honeymoon, and truly one of the most fondest memories I have of our love. And if you're new to this channel, which you obviously are because this is the second video I'm posting, I am going to be talking about my late wife a lot, Noelle. I'm going to be talking about being a widow. I'm going to be talking about being a single dad. It's obviously a huge part of my identity and a huge part of my story. But you'll also get we'll talk travel, we'll talk filmmaking, we'll talk comedy. I'm still kind of figuring out what the hell this is. I just know that it'll be a good experience for me to have this area to share my feelings, as there are lots of them. Okay, so then back to Japan. I booked a flight, and then I'm like, I gotta book places to stay because I don't know where I'm gonna stay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't really have a friggin' plan. Okay, I don't have a plan, lassie. I immediately talked to my friend Aaron Glick. Aaron went to Japan solo he went for 2 weeks, and he's like, dude, you're gonna have the best time. Let me give you some recommendations. So he hits me up with an email with an itinerary. He's just like, here, this is what I think you can do in the time that you have. And his itinerary was as follows. It was 4 nights in Tokyo, 1 night in Hakone, which is Mount Fuji, 2 nights in Kyoto, and then 3 nights in Tokyo again. So he basically had Tokyo and Kyoto being my base points. Now I'm gonna get to the next big thing that everybody recommended I do. So you gotta buy a Japan Rail Pass. It costs about $210 for the 7-day pass. They also sell Suica cards. Am I saying that right? Suka. It's like the subway. It's the subway. I hope that's working. So I loaded that up. I also got a Wi-Fi pack. So yeah, so this is huge. This is very important to get, and you have to buy it out of the country. Yeah, I got a pocket Wi-Fi for $66.50. The Japan Rail Pass for 7 days, $218. And then the Suica prepaid transport pass for $27. All in, $311, 50 stamp. All right, now listen up. After I bought my Japan Rail Pass, I thought, well, I've got a flight, I've got a rail pass, I'm pretty much set. A whole week passed before I booked any room and board. I didn't book any hotels because I was just like, I don't know if I'm still going. Because that's kind of like me, I'm impulsive. I'll buy things and then I'll like renege on them pretty quickly. This obviously happened after I booked the flight to Japan. But alas, I'm still going, and now I'm going to talk to you about Japan, the beautiful country of Japan. So, Tokyo, right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the Tokyo. I hope you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So I'm going to be flying into Tokyo. I'll be there for 4 nights. I'm staying at Tsuki, Tokyo, right in the downtown area. Then I'm going to take a little train to Hakone. Hakone. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hakone Matata, Mount Fuji. Then I'm going to go to Kyoto. Now, Kyoto, if you don't know, has lots of temples, okay? So that's what I've heard. Then from Kyoto, I'm going to either take a day trip down to Osaka for some food, or I might do a day trip to Hiroshima to pay my respects. I also plan on doing, then I go back to Tokyo, I also plan on doing a day trip to Nikko. Nikko is up here. Now, that's a map. Cool. You guys get it. You know where I'm going. I think I know where I'm going. We're in good shape. Okay, I'm out of breath. So the truth is, I've got my flight, I've got my Japan Rail Pass, then I booked my hotels. I'm staying at Tsuki for 3 nights in Tokyo. Then I'm going to an onsen, Ryukin Onsen, which is a natural spring. And then I think the Ryukin part stands for like a traditional Japanese hotel where you like sleep on mats, and it's like very, very, very cute, I guess. It's Japanese culture. So I'm excited for that. Then I go to Kyoto. I stay at another 3-star hotel called My K House. Great reviews on Google. Tsuki has great reviews as well. The onsen has great reviews as well that I'm staying at. And then I go to this place called Mustard, which is in a different part of Tokyo. So I'm going to get a different like vibe of Tokyo. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. I'm literally like figuring out what I've booked as I'm saying this. So flight, Japan Rail Pass, room and board. Okay. I haven't booked anything else. And I'm just realizing this. Oh, I booked a Tokyo Tower tour for the first day that I'm there. I get in Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday at 10 a.m. I have a Tokyo Tower tour, and this is how my brain works. I'm thinking I'm going to go up to the top of this tower in Tokyo, and they're going to give me a tour of Tokyo, and they're going to be like, that's over there, and that's over there. And that is going to dictate what my next journey is going to be. Now, I've gotten so many recommendations from so many friends, and I appreciate you all, seriously. I've read all of your recommendations. I have honestly digested none of them because I'm more of a traveler that kind of just wants to like just go. However, there's a little thing that I've learned about Japan. You need reservations for a lot of these top restaurants. So I'm kind of going in no reservations. God, that was a fucking great show with Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace. Now I get it. No reservations. Guys, I'm Anthony Bourdain. I'm going to Japan in honor of Anthony Bourdain. Wow. This is going to be fun. Okay, so welcome back to No Reservations, hosted by Rob Moore. Now I can never take his title. Maybe it's called like No Plan Japan. No plan Japan. No, that's not it. How about, I don't want to call it Sushi Bob. That's too vague. Just, hey, Sushi Bob. I could just do that the whole time. I kind of like no plan Bobby. It'll come. Travel Bob. No reservations is so good. Maybe it's no reservations. No, I'll come back to you. I'll circle back. Okay, so what do I want to do, right? Like, I'm going to Japan. Everybody's been like, so why are you going? What do you want to do? And a lot of the time I'm just like, I really just want some solo travel time. It is very important to me in this process, in where I am in my life. It's 3.5 years since my wife died. And I'm noticing a pattern in terms of my dating and my love life. I'm noticing that I get very close to these women and I fall for them. And then it starts getting serious, and then I immediately get panicked. I get scared because I'm still thinking about the memory of my late wife. And again, if this is too heavy for you, click off. I don't care. But if this is interesting to you, then stay a while. So I'm noticing this pattern, and it's not fair to the women I'm dating, nor is it fair to myself, because I put myself through a lot of trauma, and I'm putting myself through a lot of pressure and stress by like reaching out, trying to bring a new woman into my life, into my daughter's life, and then realizing that I'm not ready. And it's twofold, right? Because on one hand, you go, oh, Rob, you're not ready because you haven't met the right woman yet, right? And that could be true, and that she's just going to snap me out. But there's that's like the surface level. There's still a big wound inside that needs healing. And I'm realizing it, and I'm realizing it in real time here with you guys. So I'm very excited for this like solo, meditative, kind of like peaceful letting go that I'm hoping to achieve while I'm there, while also peacefully, instead of like from a place of peace and trust and surrender, inviting and welcoming in new energy, new female energy into my life and into my daughter's life. So I feel like I've been trying to welcome in new energy since my wife passed, but it's been from a place of neediness and a place of profound anxiety of like, I need somebody in my life, in my daughter's life. But this time I'd like to release, and I'd also like to welcome new energy. And if my hands look huge, it's because they fucking are. I'm a size 14. No, it's just the lens. But I do have size 14 feet. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. That's like the deeper reasoning. Little surface level reasoning. Let's be honest. I want to eat some fucking sushi. I want to eat some ramen. I want to eat some Kobe beef. I plan on like talking to you guys a lot. Like, I'm going to be vlogging every day on YouTube. I'm going to be posting a bunch on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm going to be taking a lot of photos. And that's kind of like what creatively I want to do on this journey. I want to express myself and share. And I feel like by expressing and sharing, I not only help myself, but hopefully I'll help you guys. And you guys will see this experience through my eyes and like come along for the ride with me. So again, recap of today's episode. Didn't buy the breakfast nook. Didn't buy it. And I'm okay. I'm okay. Bought the flight instead. Then flip-flopped for about a week. Totally normal. And then, once I started putting that energy out there, and I literally started telling friends and posting on social and being like, yo, I'm going to Japan, all of this positive energy started coming in and coming in for this trip, which I really appreciate. And I see all of you. Everybody that has sent me recommendations have just like been just like positive, just have been like, yes, I love this for you. This is great. This is going to be so fun. So I appreciate you all. And I'm excited to keep you posted on this platform. And if you have any suggestions, if you have any must-sees, must-dos, if you even have a request where you're like, can you just go here and take a picture or take a video, comment below. shoot me a message. You can always DM me on Instagram. I answer all my DMs. And yeah, I'm just excited to go on this ride with you guys. So much love. Dad Bob out.